Good day and welcome again to each of you to our Live Light devotionals, day 167. And the theme for today is Way Beyond the Most Beautiful. Psalm 27 verse 4. I'm asking God for one thing, only one thing, to live with Him in His house my whole life long. I'll contemplate His beauty, I'll study at His feet. The message. The music of heaven doesn't have notes. It's the symphony of hearts brimming with God's love. Far beyond the most beautiful. I still remember that day when my daughter said to me, half serious and half joking, "Dad, I think heaven is going to be a bit boring. I don't just want to stand there all day and sing in the choir." I couldn't help but smile, because let's face it, a lot of people feel the same way about heaven. Some indeed picture it as endless choir practice with little angels strumming harps on clouds. That? Forever? So I told her, "Sweetheart, I think you're in for a huge surprise. It's definitely not going to be boring." I then went on to explain that heaven isn't going to be like a church service, which will never end, but more like life itself, just without the pain, sadness, brokenness, and hurt, and pollution. It's like being in the presence of the most stunning beauty forever. Something so breathtaking that words fall short. And it fills your heart so much that only the most exquisite beauty can rise up from within us. David writes in Psalm 27 verse 4 that he desires just one thing from the Lord, to see His beauty and goodness and to be in His presence. It's not just a lovely prayer, it's a deep longing. He understood that nothing the world offers could ever match the joy of being in God's presence for even a single moment. Often, people attempt to depict heaven using images from our world, like mountains, rivers, music, joy, and family. And that makes sense, since it's the best way we can use language to grasp the concept. But even if you take the most stunning sunset, the deepest love, the sweetest laughter, and the greatest peace, and multiply that by trillions, you cannot even begin to understand how amazing and wonderful God's glory is. That's why David said in Psalm 63 verse 3, "Your steadfast love is better than life itself. The most stunning beauty is everlasting." It's not just a fleeting thing like flowers or trends. It doesn't rely on the weather. It's simply who God is. That's how beautiful He truly is. His presence changes everything. Even the most ordinary things become extraordinary. Here on earth we only catch glimpses of it, just a taste. It's those moments when you feel a sense of peace for no apparent reason. Or when you look up at the stars and realize how small you are, yet still cherished. It's when you find yourself crying tears of gratitude. And who knows, maybe heaven isn't as distant as we think. Perhaps the eternal beauty starts to unfold every time we catch a glimpse of God in our everyday moments, like in a child's laughter, a beam of sunlight breaking through the clouds, or kind word that catches us off guard. Every time you share a smile here on earth, you're giving a little bit of heaven to someone else. Something to ponder. Why do you think we don't think much about heaven and what it might be like? How can we begin to notice God in the small things? How are you planning to find God's little treats from heaven around you today? Lord, help me to notice your little gifts of heaven in the everyday moments, so I can start living now with my focus on the everlasting beauty that will never fade. Amen. May you be overwhelmed with how God is going to shower you today with His heavenly treats and gifts. Love and regards, Shalom. For more inspiration, you are more than welcome to visit our Live Light Community Facebook page as well as our Live Light Community YouTube channel. Shalom.